Alright guys, Kazoo71 here, back on Ark Survival Evolved on my Extinction playthrough for beginners. Last episode I showed you guys where I had started to build the base and establish the base and showed you guys some of this stuff. Now as I mentioned, we're going to put like a perimeter wall around. So I'm going to show you guys some bits and pieces of this episode. I don't want to kind of just bore you with me collecting, because basically, I like to tell you guys how this works, because a lot of people, you see these episodes, but they, you record a lot, but you guys got to know this. I mean, most people do. This is like 3 hours of recording down to about 20 minutes. So, yeah. So it takes a lot of recording, a lot of stuff you do. I just take a lot of things out. I don't want to show you guys everything because it's boring. But as you can see right now, I'm using a hatchet to get some trees and a pick to get some thatch. So, and then I'm using a doedicurus to get stone. So flying around getting some stone with the doedicurus, carrying it with the RG. Eventually I'm going to make a chainsaw. I was going to put that in here, but like I said, just didn't want to add all that extra stuff in. But I did make a chainsaw. I did get some trees with that. And when you use a chainsaw, all you're doing is you're standing next to a tree, harvest it with a chainsaw, and putting it in the Argentavis and then flying with the RG. So as you can see, I just jumped forward. I want to show you guys where I'm at here. Just grabbing some stuff. What I was doing was making one of my standard traps. There's two bird traps I do on Ark Survival Evolved. On Ark Survival Ascended, you cannot do the one I'm about to show you. It doesn't work. So they changed the way things snap and everything, and so this one doesn't work. So I am building, our base is very close to the green obelisk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an Argentavis trap right here, because there's usually some cool RGs around here. They spawn around the green obelisk. They spawn in some other spots. So I'm building an Argentavis trap. Now the way I do this Argentavis trap is 21 pillars, one Dino gate with a gateway, and then 9 ceiling tiles. You may think that's expensive, but this is permanent. This is not a PvP server or PvE. This is my server, and it's just me and my tribe mate, no one else. So we're the only ones on here that use this. So I really don't care how expensive it is, because it's our stuff and we're going to be on here for a while. So this trap just makes it really super easy for me. I just like this one better. The other one I'll show you guys at the end of this episode. We're going to go after a snow owl, and I'll show you guys the other trap. The other trap is basically 4 gateways and 2 gates. Yeah, the gates, 2 gates and 4 gateways. So but here we're gonna put the pillars up. So as you can see, I'm snapping these things 9 high. Now just so you know, it's 21 pillars is what you need. However, I'm going to do this one a little bit different than I normally do, just because I have the resources. So instead of 21 pillars, I'm doing 28 pillars. So I'm going 4 high instead of 3 high. Normally I would just go 3 high, but I'm just doing 4 high just because I want to, not for any particular reason at all. All right, so I just like it. It looks better higher. It's just me. But you only need the 21. You only need it 3 high. Heck, you could even do it 2 high, but that'd be a little difficult, because the Argentavis, you'd have to really get that Argentavis low to the ground, make sure it goes in. And unfortunately, I won't find an Argentavis to throw in here at this time, but we will in a future episode. I know I tamed a couple of them here. Like I said, a lot of recording. I record a lot of stuff and then kind of come back edit them. So just so you guys know, I'll play like 4 or 5 hours at a time on the weekends. I work full time, so Monday through Friday. But Saturday and Sunday, man, I got lots of time to play. And then and at night after work. So anyway, just want to fly around here a little bit, show you guys around the green obelisk. You see, just jumping forward a little bit here. I found an enforcer. It's level 90. I was looking around for 150. Me and my partner have been looking for him. The way you do enforcers, this is one of the extinction dinos. They can climb on walls. They're really good for fighting stuff, and they're supposed to be good at the drop. So we're gonna try one, but not this one, because it's only a level 90. But this is the first cool colored one I found, and the highest level one I could find so far, 90. So all you do is you kill them. Once you kill them, you're gonna get a blueprint. You pick up the blueprint, and you're gonna craft that blueprint later. So you craft them in the Smitty, I think, or the Fabricator. I can't remember which one. But anyway, we'll do it later. So just jumping forward again. So I want to show you guys some of the other things. So there's 3 things that are unique to the city. That's the enforcers, the defense units that I'm killing right here, and then the scouts. The scouts work the same way. If you kill a scout, you can grab the blueprint and craft a scout. I'll do one later and show you guys what they look like here. But you see, you get a lot of element. You get some scrap metal from these guys. You get some oil. So that's an easy way to get some scrap metal and stuff, is killing these defense units and the enforcers. The scouts are a little more difficult to kill with the Argentavis because they're super fast, but you can kill them. And you got to. That's how you get the blueprint. So, but I want to show you guys this little part here. There was some obsidian. I played Extinction a lot, and I didn't know there was obsidian right here. So this is just in pretty close to the green obelisk, just in one of the little drop sections there. So there's some crystal down here, some blue crystals and gems, and there's also one thing of obsidian. So jumping forward again, this is where the drop to the sunken forest is out in the wasteland. So I just wanted to put this part in here so I can show you guys that there is an explorer note right here. So we're going to grab this explorer note real quick, and you guys can pause it and read it if you want. Really difficult to read that thing, but there's one of them, and I think that has something to do with the mech. Definitely need mechs. So going forward again, guys, some of the stuff I was dumping off, you can see I put that blueprint in there. I think that's the fabricator where you do it. But when I showed you guys last time, I was showing you guys my building and stuff, and I'm just realizing that the industrial forge doesn't turn on. So I'm using a couple mods on this map, just so you guys know I'm on PC. So one of the mods is Superstructures. The other mod is the Dino Storage version 2, and then the Awesome Spyglass. Those are the 3 mods I'm using. Now, Superstructures has structures that are a little bit different, and I know the Superstructures Industrial Forge just turns on with power. You don't need gas. The regular forge, you need gas. So when I couldn't turn it on, I'm like, oh, I forgot to convert this. So then I converted it. We're going to set this guy down, and if any of you guys have played Ark more than a day, you understand this problem I'm having right here. That you can never set these things perfect the first time. If you can, tell me how you do it. Somebody out, when I first started playing Ark, I've been playing Ark since 2016. When I first started playing Ark, I watched this guy do this video like using a ladder, and people use this ladder to line up things straight. Well, okay, you can line up things straight, but you can't line up things back and forth. I mean, forward and back, like and so it sticks through the wall, or how far away from it is the wall. There's no way of doing that. There's no way of eyeballing that for 2 reasons. Number one, you can't see the back of this. I can put this in orbital camera. Now, I can do that, just so you guys know. Orbital camera is probably the best way to do it, but when you're just doing it like this, it doesn't work that well, so you got to just keep placing it and setting it down. So, but let me tell you guys about orbital camera real quick, which I should have done here. I'm just thinking of that. If you put yourself in orbital camera, which is K on the PC for PC mode, K on your keyboard, then you can zoom behind this thing. So after you click to set it, you hit the K, you go to zoom, and you zoom behind it, and you can see from above where this thing is and if it's sticking through the wall or not. But because I have walls up, it makes it a little more difficult because you can't see through the walls. So little problem there. So if I didn't have the walls up, it'd be a lot easier if I would have converted this thing right away. But there we go. That's pretty close. I like that. So orbital camera works pretty good when you set these down, as long as you don't have walls up yet, because you can see it. So now I can fix that spot up top there. I'm pointing at it like you guys can see me point, where I had built it higher for the other stuff. So jumping forward again, guys, I'm going to throw some air conditioners down in here and make our little base cool. And this is something I had never known happened. Now, these are SS air conditioners. I don't know if a regular air conditioner does this or not. But I did not know these snapped in the windows. I had no idea. I mean, I know that I've used a window air conditioner in real life, so I know that they snap in windows. I didn't know that they had set these to do this, guys. I've been playing it for a long time. I had no idea. So this is pretty cool, man. I was just like, I was so excited here when I figured this out. I'm like, oh my gosh, check this out. You can snap these in the window. Now, a lot of you guys are probably watching this. If you are watching, thinking, you big dummy. That's always been a thing. I didn't know. That's a lot of playing, man. I got over 6,000 hours on this game, and I've never known that before until just when I did this. I'm like, oh, check it out. So I'm going to snap all these windows are going to have air conditioners in it. I'm going to keep this room cool because Extinction gets hot. So going forward again, guys, now one of the things with the SS is called a SS collector. So this guy right here, and what it does is a collector. Now you won't have this on regular unless you have a mod on. So, but I'm gonna tell you guys what it does. It collects poop. It collects and distributes. So it'll collect poop, the gotcha crystals from the gotchas. It can collect the Achatina paste from the snails. So any of those things, you can see it can collect eggs and stuff like that too. You can tell it what you want it to do. I'm going to stop some things, start some things I don't want it to do. And if you have like say a garden or some dung beetles around, this thing will pick things up and put it in other stuff. So if you have dung beetles need poop to make fertilizer, this thing will pick up poop and put the poop in them. Now there is 2 other things on here that do that too. The what do you call it? The farmer and the gardener, those things. So, but this one does it too. At least I'm pretty sure it does it. I usually don't have it distribute anywhere. I usually just have it pick up. I don't want it to put stuff anywhere. But there's a distribution thing on there, so I know it does. So, but what I'm going to do is, I don't like this thing. That's just me. Aesthetic wise, I hate how bright this thing is. So I always encase it in walls. If I put it down somewhere, I'm covering it up. Because this thing lights up. It's just too much. When I put my lights down, it makes it too bright and you can't even see stuff around. So we're going to put walls around it. Now, once again, superstructures. You can see the little arrow tells me which way is which. Because I'm using superstructures. If you're using normal pieces from Ark Survival Evolved, you don't have that stuff. So going forward, just kind of do a little jump here. You guys are going to see quite a few little jumps in here when I'm just kind of editing out boring stuff. But what I'm doing is I'm putting a double doorway. Get away. I hate the little bat chibi. The only one I had. I don't know what happened to my goat, man. I had a Shinehorn. And then I'm putting this double doorway here. And then I'll put a sign up here that says what it is for when my partner gets on. She knows what I put in the wall here. Like, why is this wall sticking out? Well, here's what it is. It's this guy. And it's hidden in there. So that kind of dims down the light a little bit. See how bright that is? It's crazy, man. It's just insane. Alright, so going forward, guys, here we go. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the perimeter wall. Trust me, you don't want to watch me do this because I'm really OCD about straight lines and stuff like that. And then I pick up and put down so many times. I spent hours working on this thing. So extinction is like a lot of the things in the city are like round, ovular, or cylinder shaped. They're not just straight lines or completely symmetrical. So it's really weird. So when you're snapping pieces down, and you have the turns, like you have the triangle foundations and you have your square foundations, you're trying to turn them to follow stuff, it doesn't work right. So you gotta finagle a little bit. And as you can see here, I'm gonna try to make this wall follow this extinction wall, and I have obstructions off so I can snap it through a little bit, as you can see. And I'm gonna try to make it follow this a little bit, and then we're gonna encase it in. So I'm gonna build up a wall around it. So once I get this wall where I want it, and then I'll build it up around it and kind of just encase it in. And I'll show you guys later when I get it all complete. So going forward again, guys, doing some collecting. I want to show you guys this part. You got to really pay attention when you're on here. So I just killed a spider. And apparently there must have been 2 there, because this one came at my bird while I was harvesting the tree. And he made me waste a tree. So that's okay. But anyway, I want to throw that in there. I thought it was pretty funny. He just kind of got me, but... Here you go. Going back to my wall a little bit, I'll show you guys a couple more pieces of this. As you can see, what I've been doing is kind of walking around. Now, I have this thing I do with circles. So if you guys don't know, I'll build like towers. So when I want to turn a wall, instead of just putting a triangle and turning it, I'll make a complete circle like this, like I'm doing right here. And it's a double thing. It's double wide, so you're going to have, the outer perimeter is going to have 6 triangles and 6 squares, and then you can just kind of rotate that wall, and then the middle is going to be the 6 triangles, of course. But then you can put that wall a little different, so it comes out of a different angle, so it changes the line and it makes it look pretty. So once you build it all up and stuff, you have towers on the wall, like medieval towers, and they look pretty cool. So anyway, so that's kind of what I'm doing. I got that side done, the other side done. So we're going to just jump forward here, guys, to another editing video, and we're going to go to the snow zone. And I'm going to set up this other trap, and we're going to get a snow owl. So I'm going to speed this video up just so you guys can see the terrain as we're flying towards it. But it's that way. I'll catch you back up when we get there. Alright guys, so I want to pick it back up right before we go into the zone. So extinction is daytime. Excuse me. Extinction is daytime all the time. So, but in the 2 biomes, snow one and the desert one, there is night and day. They are still working, these 2 biomes, just like a normal Ark would. So the story is that these two arcs fell to the earth, and these are the only two that are left. There's the snow one and the desert one, and the other one's just extinction out in that's the earth. So extinction stays sunny all the time, but down here you have or in the snow or the desert, you have the two night and day cycles. So nighttime right now, and you see the little red lights along the perimeter. As I mentioned to my tribe mate, because she hadn't played this before, don't ever cross those. You try to cross those, you will die instant. That is instant death. Alright, so those are the perimeters of extinction map. You can't go past those in the two biomes or in the outside part. Now the sunken forest, there's no perimeter in there because that's just underground. But you can see I had made a chainsaw. I told you guys I made it. I had it in my hand still. So anyway, we're gonna sit down. This is the snow owl trap. This is the Argentavis trap that people use. It's basically 4 gateways and 2 gates. That's all it is, guys. So if you've never done this before, all you do is snap them, or you got enough room for yourself to walk through. But the snow owls and the Argentavis can't fit through there. Now, I am using Dino Storage version 2. I think I might have 5 gateways here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Excuse me. If I said 4, I apologize. 5. You want to use 5. 5 gives you a little bit more room. Okay. And then I'm using superstructure, so I got to set these guys to manual because they're auto close and open. All right. So yeah. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying, man. I lost my train of thought. Look, I put the gateway on the wrong spot. So anyhow, a lot of people use these gateways, and then this is just a standard trap. Oh, superstructures. So the way you do this trap with Dino Storage version 2, I'm going to close this gate. So I got one going to be closed, one going to be open. So the way you do it is you fly into the trap with your Argentavis, and you get off. The owl goes in there, you get off, you close the gateway, and then you're going to soul ball your owl, right? And you're going to put him in there. So I flew around for quite a while looking for a level, trying to find a 150 or somewhere around that. This is the highest one I could find at the point. I don't really care about the level, but what I need is snow owl pellets. So the gotchas, if you don't know, guys, gotchas will eat the snow owl pellets, and as you feed it other stuff, and they get higher crafting levels of gotchas, they will craft items. So the better craft levels they have, the better items they'll craft. However, part of that craft, you have to have snow owl pellets in their inventory for them to craft better stuff. So you need snow owl pellets. You need these guys. So don't matter what their size, their level is, you just need a couple of them so they'll spit a bunch out. Ooh, he knocked me over. He's pretty mad. Okay, anyway. So now I'm going to soul ball my bird. Now I got the trap closed. So I'm just going to use a soul gun, guys. This is a soul gun from Dino Storage version 2. Everybody always asks me what this thing is. And there we go. Now we got the owl set up in there. We're going to trank them. Now the cool thing about owls, just tell you guys this, and this is straight up. I have my settings up a little bit, but the snow owls are super easy to knock out, and they tame super fast, and that's on normal settings. So you will need quite a few shots into them on if they're higher level, but that one probably would have taken 4 shots instead of 2, but my stuff's up a little bit. I've been playing this game too long to take forever to do things. And as you can see, the item cache bag. That's from my Argentavis. It's got all the food and stuff in it. I can't get it like a dummy. Now, if I'd have thought about this, I got superstructures on. I have a transfer tool. I could have just used the transfer tool and grabbed everything out of the item cache, put it back in my bird. But I forgot. So, the best thing to tame these guys with is probably kibble for sure. But you also, mutton would be the next one. You know, we're all sheep meat. But in the second best thing is, or third best thing is the raw prime meat. So I'm just gonna kill a couple of mammoths here, get some prime meat. I got quite a bit. I'm just looking at this other owl here. Like I said, just need 2 owls. I don't need a bunch right now. I'll get some higher level ones later. Once I get some stuff to look up, get the SS transmitter up that has a dino scan on it, and I can start looking at higher level stuff. With this poor mammoth right here, he's almost dead. Sorry, dude. Eat your meat. Eat your prime meat. Alright. Alright, let's get up here and dump this stuff in here. So this guy's going to tame pretty quick, guys, and that's where we're going to end this episode. But these guys are really fast, and then we're going to do some more in the snow. So next episode, I'll pick up right where I left off here. We got some other stuff in the snow I did, and I'll show you guys, but it's just too long. I don't like to make these episodes more than like 20 minutes. So we're going to dump this prime meat in here. Like I said, these guys tame really fast. Snow owl saddles you can make on here. The only thing I don't like about the snow owls is that their feathers, you can't walk through their tail feathers. Like you can walk through the tail feathers of an Argentavis and other stuff. You can't walk through theirs. Their modeling they made on these guys is really messed up. So, but as you see, tame really quick, guys. It don't take them long to get up there, and all I need to do is get them back. I'm going to soul ball him and get him back. You can use a cryopod if you got that. If you don't have that other stuff, or you can make him follow you back. Whatever. He can fly. He can follow you. And then, like I said, I'm going to transfer this stuff back. So we're going to end this, guys, here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We did a little bit of building. We moved the forge, tamed an owl. So if you guys like it, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.